Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to Gameover Entertainment, bringing y'all something exciting and fresh today, man. The Last of Us Part 2 reveal trailer breakdown, okay? So, man, this was something I was not expecting to see. When it first came on the screen, I was hype. The crowd was hype. A lot of excitement to see these two characters once again, Ellie and Joel, returning to us in this Part 2. And here we're going to be talking about the trailer a little bit more in detail, and also some things revealed at the experience, and a fan theory out there, a very popular one that's going around the internet. Just want to talk about it. And if you haven't already checked out the first Last of Us game, then spoiler alert, this is going to be dropping some bombs for you. Beware. And also, if you haven't already checked out this reveal trailer for yourself, link is going to be in the description. I highly recommend you watch it on your own time, because I'm going to be pausing it a lot, and my commentary will basically ruin the trailer for your first experience. So please watch it on your own time. But for right now, let's go ahead and rewind this thing and break this down. Let's play. Sony, they really brought the games last weekend. Very impressed with what they showed overall. And our first sign of human life right here on the left side, we have these markings on the tree, possibly caused by an axe, possibly by a machete. Not the most recommended use for a machete, but it's the only weapon I actually see in this trailer, so possibly that. So what's going on with these markings? This could be the signs of a battle that went down, but personally I think that this is probably something for someone to leave a trail. If they wanted to go somewhere and not get lost and find their way back, they would make these type of markings so they know which way to go. Or maybe someone is following them and they want to lead a clear path of where they went, they will leave these markings there too. So I think these markings serve one of those two purposes. Okay, we back up. We see this very decayed car on the right side, very reminiscent of the world pretty much going to hell. This world is pretty advanced in the apocalypse. I think probably about 25 years into the apocalypse at this point. So this world is way more advanced, or maybe more weathered down, than what we get from our Walking Dead games, because humanity hasn't bounced back even over all this time. The infected still roam the lands, and they're very dominant. Okay, now taking a look at the houses around the area, they're pretty busted down. We got vegetation growing through the windows, and the windows all busted open, wrecked cars everywhere. I don't know if anybody actually lives here. This could be a temporary base for someone to actually set up stuff, but I don't know about anyone living here. It looks way too run down for that. And now we get our first sign on the left here, the stop sign, letting us know that this is the continuation of The Last of Us, the symbol of the Fireflies here, one of the main factions in the first game, re-emerging. And this time around, looks like they'll be playing a different role as far as Ellie is concerned. Okay, so Ellie's shaking hand here. Now this, you haven't seen it yet, but this is something later on you'll see, that you see all these dead bodies around. We also see the same tool of choice for murdering for Ellie. It seems to be that same machete down there on the ground, full of blood, and looks like she is taking some life here. Now this is very similar, this shaking especially, very similar to a situation that she went through in the first game, where she had to take care of somebody who was trying to take advantage of her. And when she got to the point when she actually did strike that killing blow, she was unable to stop herself. Her rage and her emotions basically overwhelmed her, and Joel had to basically get there to calm her down and to stop her from shaking. And right now, Joel is not in the picture, and so Ellie has to do this for herself. So I think this may be her trying to cope. In order to play this guitar, she has to still her hand. So here the guitar is actually the device she uses to basically calm herself down, to pacify that anger and rage she just let out. All right, so we see her hands, man. Her hands ain't pretty. This ain't a pretty world. So she is rough around the edges. Also, we got Ellie tatted up, has some ink on her skin now, and looks like it's just a little bit of branches, some leaves and stuff. I can't tell what it is on the underbelly, But also Ellie's learned how to play the guitar. Interesting side notes. The song that she's singing right here is called Through the Valley by Sean James. And right now I got the volume turned down, but it was a nice song. Due to copyright reasons, don't want to get in trouble for any of that. And on her face, we see the first sign of injury, man. Blood coming off of her forehead there, leaking over her eye. She just came through a little battle right here. And we see some blood on herself that's not hers as well, on her left eye. Okay, and then backing up the camera, we see that Ellie is a lot older than we remember her. Okay, so in the first game, it is assumed, I think, that Ellie is either 14 or 15 by the end of Last of Us, by the time it's all over and done. And in this trailer right here, she is supposed to be 19 years old. So either 4 or 5 years have passed between the first game and this game. So Ellie is not going to be the same person we had before. I remember in the beginning, we were actually trying to train her and teach her how to fight. But in this one, she is actually going to be our main playable character. So she's going to know her way around the battlefield as far as fighting, as far as using guns and everything else. She was actually pretty skilled by the end of the first game. So right here, she's going to be pretty much a complete badass. And seeing what she was able to do to these people inside this house, I have no doubt that she can take care of herself. All right. Let's go ahead and push play a little bit longer. Oh, but first, very interesting too, side note, is that between the first game and this game, looks like the same amount of years is going to pass, because in the first game came out in 2013. And I believe Ellie was the age of like 14 in that game, I think. And then by the time this game comes out, which will be 5 years later, people are expecting to see this in 2018. It'll be 5 years later in the Last of Us universe as well. So all right, more signs of battle. Her shirt all hold up right there. And then we get our first sign of the mature rating, pretty much. Okay, the hand laid out on the ground. Very detailed hand, man. If you really look at the cracks in the skin and stuff like that. Now, this is just a cinematic reveal. I'm pretty sure this is not in-game footage. If the PS4 Pro could do something like this as far as gameplay goes, that would be insane. But anyways, back on topic. A bloodied hand on the ground with blood coming out the sides and a character approaching from the background. But who could it be? Who could it be? All right. And that is it's a very haunting, but it's a very beautiful scene, man. They really did a lot of work on that hand. I see the textures in it and everything. All right. And then we see some wildlife inside the apartment and stuff. Some grass and stuff. And then we got our first victim right here between the legs of Joel here. And looks like he's been struck on the head. He's been hit on the head right here. And that's where most of his blood is coming from, seems to be. Okay. And then on the right here, we got our second victim in the restroom. Definitely not the way I would like to go. Blood smear on the walls and Joe slowly approaching. All right, now let me turn up the volume up for this part right here, because I do want to talk about what they're talking about here. So let me turn this all the way up. Let's go 200.
What are you doing, kiddo? You really gonna go through with this?
I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Damn. All right, guys. So the Ellie face reveal. Fans went crazy when they saw this. So this is not the same little girl we saw in Last of Us Part 1. This is a more mature, more grown-up woman that we're getting this time around. And you can see it all in her face. You know, her face is a little more weathered down. But despite her aging, you can still see this is Ellie. Same scar over the right eye there. Now joined by that new gash that we just got in this little scuffle right here. And the blood dripping down. Pretty crazy, man. So she's a little rougher around the edges right here. I see Ellie's participating in the no makeup challenge. But, you know, in this type of world, this type of environment, you know, who has time to really look cute? And you can tell by all the details they actually put into her face right here that Ellie is on a mission.
And I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Man, she's going to find and kill every last one of them. I guess she's talking about the Fireflies. It's kind of interesting, man. Like I said, the first game, the Fireflies were her hope. And this game, the Fireflies seem to be the source of all her hate. One of the things said on stage is that the last game was based on the love of these two characters. And this game is more motivated by the hate for a certain faction, a certain group. I guess the Fireflies here. Now, what's actually happened, man? I wonder what's happened for Ellie to actually turn down this path, because before it seems like, okay, the Fireflies, they didn't need me. The cure wasn't successful. She doesn't really know the truth about what happened because Joel kind of hid that from her. And I'm assuming that she does not know the truth yet either. Okay, that's something that's probably gonna be revealed sometime in Last of Us Part 2 here. Definitely not a bomb that they're going to be dropping very early on us in the game. It's probably a shocking event that Ellie's going to learn that the fans already know. So that's going to be cool to see that happen and see Ellie's reaction, how she's going to feel about that, how she's going to feel about this character, Joel, that she loves at this point, and how she basically lied to her. So let's talk about some things here in this scene really quickly. So as soon as they back up into the room, we get a more haunting look at the guy on the ground here, dead, presumably by Ellie's hand. We have a machete, Ellie's tool of choice, with the bloody Converse on too. So she got the chucks.
What are you doing, kiddo?
And Joel here. Now, one of the most popular theories going around here is that Joel in this scene is actually dead. One of the reasons why we never see his face in this reveal trailer, and Ellie's actually hallucinating him, or Joel is her conscience, and that could be actually the reason why Ellie is motivated to take out these Fireflies, because in the last game, Joel took out Marlene, a big section of their base, a Firefly base, and they may have actually found out about that, wanted retribution against this character, hunting him down, because Marlene was a leader of the Fireflies, so they may want revenge. That is highly likely. So they seek out Joel, and they actually do the deed and finish him off. Joel being old, like he was old before, and this game is gonna be super old 5 years later. So them actually taking out Joel could be what motivates Ellie to go down this path to actually take out the Fireflies. Okay, maybe not even knowing the full truth of what Joel did, or the importance she really has to the overall cause of saving the world from this deadly infection. And kind of based on that theory right there, it looks like Ellie is actually hunting down the Fireflies. Like she's the one making the marks on the trees. She's seeking them out. They were just here. Maybe this was a base, a setup they had, and she came in and attacked them, caught them off guard. So Ellie is the one actually seeking their lives here. And she's because at first when I saw this trailer, I thought that they may have tried to attack her. Maybe they still want her because they know that she is possibly the cure for the infection. So she's a very important asset. That's maybe why they attacked her. But now I'm thinking about it, she may be the one attacking them. So definitely a role reversal as to what I was thinking before. Now, one thing we did not see in this trailer was any signs of the infected. I was hoping they would talk about that a little bit more. Will there be any new monsters? Will there be further mutations? Like this happens a little more further in the future. Maybe these monsters have mutated even more to become even more less human and more radical, harder to kill and all that stuff. Or maybe we can have different mutations based on our new location. If this game is taking place in a new area, for instance, if you have infection in Canada and you got an infection in Africa, you'll probably have different type of infected that actually pop out from that over time due to the evolution of the infection. So if they're playing that type of role based on your area, maybe you can see some new monsters or new infections that way. But also the combat too. How will Ellie be fighting this game? A lot of things out there. This trailer was just to reveal that this game is currently in development. Let fans know, let fans get hyped, get ready for this game when it actually does come out. And I myself am very happy with this. Okay, so they really knocked this one out the park, and I really did enjoy this little reveal right here. All right, guys, so let me know your thoughts about this reveal trailer. Is there something here, any theories that you have that I didn't talk about here? And Yo, are you guys excited for The Last of Us Part 2? I know I am. The release date expected in 2018, but we really don't know much yet. Maybe we'll learn more at the next E3, and I can't wait. All right, guys, but thank you for joining me for this video. Thumbs it up if you did like this, and I'll see you later. Game over, out.